We are live. Sbtalksports, Sean Webb, real takes over fake debates. Welcome in. We got a special episode today. Sean, how you feeling today, brother?
Feeling good, man. How you doing, man?
Chilling, man. Can't complain, Another good day, Monday, start of the week, so got to push on through. Cannot complain at all.
Absolutely.
As I thought I hit the TikTok live button. Okay, now let me hit the button now. Because I was like, hold on, man. I'm like, it's supposed to win. Okay. Now we go live. Sorry. Now I'm ready to rock and roll. It's Monday. It feels like a Monday already. Got a sleight of hand, gotta triple click the button. But also, if you're watching the show, make sure you guys like, make sure you guys share, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. A lot of things have been going on, Sean. And a lot of things that have been going on in the WNBA world. So I had to bring on this special guest, a very knowledgeable woman that knows her sport, Super Memphis girl right here, Super Memphis. You probably seen her on the crossover from FYF, or you also seen her on Maria's Knows Best on her own content that she does herself. She does great content. Welcome to Real Takes Over Fake Debate. Maria Knows Best. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Me and Sean, appreciate you taking your time out to join us today on this Monday.
Of course. I'm happy to be here. Like, I'm ready to talk some ball. Yes.
I see that.
Yes. I'm happy to be here.
Talking about. Yeah, like that.
That's the energy that we want to see in here. But yeah, like we said, we got a lot of things to discuss, especially some WNBA topics too. But from what you have been seeing, like, before we get into the show, from what you have been seeing, everything going around with sports, like, what's the one thing that has been catching your eye out of everything that's going on right now in the moment that we're in sports right now?
Moment of sports. Keep it on WNBA because I got to. Just the fact that we're watching a player go into GOAT status. But I'll go deeper into that like later. But we're just watching. There's a specific player right now that's like could reach GOAT status.
I do it. She's in Vegas, ain't she? She's in Vegas. Yeah, we definitely go chop it up about that too. But let's go ahead and get into the news and let's go get it right to the show. So, like I said, if you guys are watching, make sure you guys like, make sure you guys share, make sure you guys subscribe, and for the news. So it's have been an uproar that Caitlin Clark did not make the Olympic team USA. Right. So everything now I see, like, if Caitlin Clark named to it, people gonna be mad, people gonna be happy, sad, whatever, or everybody gonna feel a certain. It is what it is. But Maria, what was your reaction to Caitlin Clark not making Team USA? Or do you think she got snubbed or not?
Initial reaction to the list, I was happy with it. I was not surprised at the players' names that I saw. I thought that we sent our most elite players from over here to compete overseas to represent Team USA well. However, even though like I wasn't surprised at the players, I on the other side, I was actually still surprised that Caitlin Clark did not make it because I thought that she would make it simply off of her name alone. Completely forget skill. Her name alone holds a lot of weight. So I was like, oh, no, Caitlin Clark. I'm surprised, but at the same time, these are still some elite players, and these are players who I think are currently playing better, as expected, than a rookie Caitlin Clark anyways. So yeah, I was surprised. I don't think she got snubbed though, because popularity, I'm glad that the committee chose to go with talent instead of, popularity, because that's how these lists are supposed to be. Like, that's how you choose.
Yes.
But yeah, I was surprised, but not at the same time, if that makes any sense, with Caitlin Clark not being on there.
Well, okay, Sean, what about you? Well, was you shocked that Caitlin Clark didn't make it?
Not at all. Not at all, SB. I think Marius, said it best. Like, this is about putting together the best 12 to go. And to be frank, she's not the best 12 right now. And that's no slight to her. She's going to get her opportunity to go to the Olympics as long as she's healthy and obviously playing, at a high level. But also, just to add some context, because I think people really have to understand one of the reasons why she was left off. These ladies have been going through training camps the last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
They also have played in some tournaments the last 3 years as well. She was not a part of it because when they were in training camps, she was in the Final Four, which is when their training camps were going on. So not surprising that she was left off. There was actually, in my opinion, 2 people I thought had a better argument to make it than Caitlin Clark.
Who you got?
What's the name?
Well, Arike, of course. I thought she was the biggest one. I thought definitely, but also I know, and I don't know if she has to, because she's Nigerian. If she has to make a commitment to Team Nigeria or Team USA, generally speaking, she has the opportunity to play for one or the other. And then I would have made an argument, honestly, for Skylar Diggins. Now I know why Skylar didn't make it from a personality perspective, but I'm just talking pure basketball because there's somebody else on the team that Skylar, they don't see eye. Okay, so so wasn't surprised by it at all. Caitlin's going to get her opportunity, and also I think somebody made a good point, right? Because and I'll just throw this out to y'all. When they were putting the dream team together, they named the first 10 players initially. They added the last 2 later on. The first 10 were all NBA guys. The last 2 they added an NBA guy, Clyde Drexler, and then they had to decide between a college guy. And it really came down to 3 guys: Shaq, Christian Laettner, and Jimmy Jackson.
Shaq on that team would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's likely Shaq wouldn't have played a lot because you're talking 12 guys,
right?
Limited minutes. Now, Shaq might have played because people, you may remember, Patrick Ewing was hurt going into the Tournament of Americas. So he didn't play early on. He did obviously play in the Olympics, but so they had to make a decision. And Christian Laettner didn't play that much. So Christian Laettner really is what Caitlin Clark is today. So even if she had been named to the team, it's likely she wouldn't have played a lot, unless there had been injuries or blowouts. So
and then that'll be a whole other problem. Oh, why y'all ain't playing them?
Exactly. Right.
So and I'm gonna say this last thing, SB, and this is just team building in general. When you're putting a team together, you're not just thinking about talent. You're thinking about personalities. You're thinking about who has the potential to be a distraction. Is their distraction worth their talent? Things like that. So nothing against Caitlin, but if she goes and she's not playing, and her teammates got to answer, why is Caitlin not playing, and blah blah blah. And so just eliminate the distraction without even starting it. So I think that was part of the thought process from Cheryl Reeve and the Team USA selection committee.
For me, I'm 100% not shocked that they didn't make it, because I'm like 50-50 on the reason why, because everybody reason complaining is not basketball related. Everybody with basketball, since say basketball related, it makes sense for her not to be on the team. But once you say that, everything else you say is irrelevant after that, because you can't tell me. But y'all got to think about the money and grow the sport. Women's basketball international get love and they get paid, brother. So you think Caitlin Clark going over there to play go help bring more viewers? No, it's not. It's not going to make that much. It's not. It'll be nice, but you know why it's not going to make no viewers go crazy once it? Because she's not going to play enough for you to get that excitement. Like, oh man, this is Caitlin Clark girl who had the college basketball going crazy, but she's going to ride the bench. And then there's going to be more controversy. Like you said, it's about team building. They want the team chemistry. Like Skylar Diggins. I think Skylar is cold. I love Skylar Diggins. That's part of the reason why my daughter's named Skylar. No funny stuff, my oldest daughter named Skylar. I'm from Skylar Diggins. So, and It's about team chemistry. It's about you don't want no extra distraction because you coming to Paris to win gold. So I think Caitlin Clark been more distraction, and she wouldn't. I don't think she'd been ready. It's kind of crazy to say this about Caitlin Clark, but she wouldn't have been worth the attention for the team. No matter how much success, it wouldn't have been worth it. But
can I say one thing too? Just SB and Mari, I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually a blessing in disguise that she wasn't on the team because she hasn't had a break.
She hasn't.
She literally went from the NCAA tournament, that long run, basically right into a WNBA training camp, and then started the season. So perhaps the break, the month-long break that the WNBA will take during the Olympics might actually benefit her, so she get a chance to get some downtime and some rest. So I think it's a blessing in disguise that she didn't make it for that reason, and just because of the uniqueness of her and every other rookie coming into this year, like Angel Reese and obviously, some of the others who, went deep in the tournament, that you get a chance to get a break.
Right. Yeah. That's the biggest. And I'm glad, like, I saw that that was like the biggest thing. Cause when I first processed everything, like I didn't think of that. But like when I saw tweets talking about like it did like her resting, well, like you said, it's a blessing in disguise. And like due to like the with the WNBA, and we see the way that they've been scheduling games, it's been this wear and tear on Caitlin Clark. She hasn't really, she's had like one big game, and that big game really came from her having a few days off in between the games being played, and she went out there and gave us that 30 ball after having that rest. So like her having that time to rest is like really gonna help her in the long run, and she will be on a Team USA team in the next couple of years.
Yeah. I could definitely see it.
Yeah, remember where you heard it first, though, Mari. Just remember where you heard it
first. But Maria and Sean, Caitlin Clark actually responded to the situation. She told her head coach of the Indiana Fever that the Team USA still woke up a monster. So I love the competitiveness from her, in my honest opinion, because that's just her being competitive. So she's pissed off about it. That's something that you want to see in somebody who you want to be the future face of the league. But Maria, you first. You guess, what was your reaction to her saying that Team USA still woke up a monster?
I like it. This like it kind of shows that her saying that basically implies that these next couple of games she plans to like prove, quote unquote, a statement or something like that. And we want to see the best of the best out of Caitlin Clark. So this is the perfect response from any player that feels like that they've been snubbed from making a team. I like it. I like the energy.
About you, Sean, what was your reaction to it?
Same. Part of being an athlete is you find every little perceived slight, even if it's not real, and you use it as fuel. Y'all remember Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame speech? How he just said everything that somebody said to him or did to him that he believed did to him. It just added wood to that fire. So just use it as wood on your fire. But also, you make sure that, again, you just remember where you are, right? You're a rookie. This is part of your process. It's not all going to be handed to you on a silver platter, and go out and earn it at the end of the day. And that's my whole thing for her. But I like that she said it woke a monster. Let's see what it does for her.
Okay. So for me and with Caitlin Clark, the WNBA has got a lot of attention. And some people, from how the attention has came, don't like it. But also some people are pointing the fingers back at the WNBA people for complaining. It's like, you guys said y'all wanted this attention. We finally giving it to y'all, but y'all don't like the way that y'all got it, or y'all don't like the way people talk sports, or they don't like the way how the basketball narrative, now they getting into the narrative talk, or how now you get into the hot takes that people don't like. But it's like, I think the WNBA had to realize that this what comes with that. This what comes with it. This what comes it is. I think I heard one story about one player saying like the paparazzi was like out there and they felt like they got harassed. But it's like once y'all get to start becoming those mega star type players, They get the charter flights now. Y'all go get the what they call the CBA gonna be up soon, so you could probably try to negotiate more money. But the TV deals they selling, so everything comes with the popularity. But I guess it's growing pains in it. So, how do y'all feel that the new fan base, the WNBA, is reacting to the WNBA? Also, how you feel like the WNBA community, players, or the OG fans are reacting to the newcomers, because it seems like they're clashing heads and like WNBA don't like this hot take era, but that's what sports talk is. So can you tell me, Mario, what you think about like the popularity of WNBA and like the controversy about the popularity and everything that's going on? Because you an OG fan, you've been watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched before all this. So my thing is like for years and years and years, I've been wanting like women athletes obviously to get the coverage that they deserve. And even with the rise in popularity, I still don't see enough coverage on specific events happening in the WNBA, specific players in the WNBA, specific situations in the WNBA. And it's kind of, the popularity is kind of zoned in on specifically, or the media is kind of zoned in on one specific player and like a specific situation, but it will always be concerning that one player. And that's where my like disconnect from like how people like with the people that are saying what you're getting this, you're getting that, but like it's not. And I understand not everything is going to be shown in a positive light, like, of course, but like with like, and like some people don't watch ESPN, but like First Take for example,
Stephen, they have been on one recently about
they
this.
have. So like every time that I've heard them specifically talk about the WNBA, it's always in regards to something about Caitlin Clark. And once again, you're completely forgetting about the fact that A'ja Wilson is about to make history. She's she's having a GOAT year. You're forgetting about the Connecticut Suns going undefeated with going 8-0 to start the season off. You're forgetting about all of this and just focusing in on one player. And once again, she's brought in the most people. So I understand 100% why you would consistently talk about her, because people are going to watch it because you're talking about her. But it's just the undermining of players who have basically paved the way and players who are still, quote unquote, like making history now. That's not being shown. And that's the issue that I have with like the media and all this popularity talk. Just the coverage in general has been so trash regarding the WNBA.
That's a hot take. I like that. Sean, what about you?
So let me start here. First, I don't watch First Mistake because
that's why I like that.
Yeah. But I do understand the methodology for how they do their show and why they do it the way they do it. I just can't get with it because they are about clicks and views as opposed to actually really covering from a journalistic perspective what's going on. Again, Mario said it. They have not talked about the Connecticut Sun once, as best I understand. If they've talked about A'ja Wilson, it might have been once. It's everything has been very Caitlin centric. And and so, but I know why, and it's because she is a driver. She drives views, she drives clicks. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying there's a whole other side of it that's going on. And again, I didn't hear one person today. I mean, I'm sorry. There was one person I heard mention when we talked about the Team USA snubs, who was snubbed. One person I heard bring up Arike's name. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Arike cold.
Right.
She is.
Right. So, I mean, she is cold. But the person I heard talking about it thought that Caitlin Clark should be an alternate. Well, not before Arike.
Unless you play for Nigeria. Unless you play for Nigeria.
Unless you're playing for Nigeria. That's the only, but again, we'll see.
50.
Yeah. So, you know, at the end of the day, I understand the popularity spike, and I think Caitlin is a big part of it. I think Angel Reese is a big part of it. I think Cameron Brink's a big part of it. I think Rakia Jackson's a big. So there's some young ladies who have come into this league that are helping it spike. It's not just Caitlin, and it's only going to continue, which is part of why I think we're going to see the WNBA expansion here. We know 2 teams are coming, potentially 2 more teams before the end of the decade, because they got to make sure they got enough jobs for
the rookies
coming in.
I'm glad you brought that up before, because I want to get to that point real quick. But Hoop Dreams had a comment. I forgot, Mar, you did say this too.
I did say that.
Okay, hold on, wait. So shout out, Maria had a video on TikTok went stupid viral because she had TikTok in the uproar. This was a minute ago. But Hoop said part of the problem is the payness of women. Part of the other problem is people like Maria. Let's say people like Maria Hoop, saying that WNBA teams could beat NBA teams. So you, oh man, I should have clipped that. I forgot you did say that.
I did.
What team was you talking about that said what team they could beat?
It was the Liberty. It was like a stitched video, and like the Liberty during that time, it was like going stupid crazy in the regular season just last year. Was. And so they had like I guess it was like their content creating team outside asking the fans like, do you think like the New York Liberty could be a team? And
that's the Steph Curry, the shooting thing happened that day too, didn't it? It was the same day.
Yeah,
right?
All that. Yep. All that was like, yeah. And so I stitched it, and then I gave a list of like 5 or 6 teams. I went back on like 3 of them teams. They're almost all of them, but I gave a list of like 5 or 6 teams I feel like they could beat. But it was the New York Liberty.
So do you still feel that way right now or no?
Now Orlando Magic completely proved me wrong. This was the last season.
Look, ain't no WNBA team beat no NBA team. I don't care who the Detroit Pistons put it up 150. It's just on the Vegas Aces. It's not gonna be nice. Yeah. But I respect though your loyalty to the WNBA. You ride for them. That's what for me.
Yes, sir.
But how do you feel? Because you are, like you said, an OG WNBA fan. Because I have a problem. One thing I have a problem with, me and Sean talked about this a couple times. How are we talking about expansion teams and y'all not bringing back the most historic franchise that was in the WNBA, the Houston Comets? Like, why is that not in the discussion? Like, how do you feel that the Houston Comets not coming back? Like, that's like, for me, I take it as that's like you take Boston out and you just don't bring Boston back when you bring the expansion teams. Like, why do you think Houston is not getting a team back? Should they get a team back?
That's a good question, because like I asked myself that too, and I almost wanted to ask the guest that I brought on my channel the same question. Why not the Houston Comets? I mean, like you said, that's one of the most historic franchises in WNBA history. The only reason I can think of is just because they were really good. I don't know, like that's the only thing I can think of. But I want them to bring that organization back as well too, though. Like I want that.
That's like they like the Boston Celtics. I'm like the WNBA.
Yeah, right. And I've heard that Tomlin Fertitta, the owner of the Rockets, is interested in bringing the Comets back as an expansion team. I've heard that he is interested in it. Question is, again, you know, there's going to be some other cities and other areas competing for teams. We know Toronto, and obviously we got the Valkyrie, you know, coming very soon. But you know, I think Houston will definitely be, because I think their goal is to get to 16. So I can see Houston definitely being one of those teams that, or one of those cities that could bring back an expansion team. And Tomlin Fertitta got deep pockets, so he's going to be willing to make the investment.
Make it happen. That's what I say. I think that need to happen, because I'm like, you talk about all these other teams. I'm like, you got to bring, because then that'll help us. Like, okay, what'll help the new fan base grow more to get attacked? Like, one thing I would say about the popularity thing, I think the OG fans and the people in the WNBA, you got to give people time, because they just is fresh. So when you fresh into something, you're going to go for what you know first. And then after a while, okay, Caitlin's here now. All right, now let's see. Okay, who's these Aces girls? Who's Angel Wilson? She cold. Wait,
right?
They for the 3-peat. Oh, okay. Oh, this the girl from the Steph Curry. I've seen her shoot. Like, you got to give people time to like adjust. And also, if they got a team in the area, let them get to the team. and learn the history of the team. And also what will help you is have a team with very historic history, because the team that's building great history now is a new team, the Asians. But, you can bring that team back. And, like, that's when you get to the point to talk about greatness, who's the GOAT of this. Then that's like, you got to get – that's the only problem. Like, for that side, you got to give the new fan bases a chance to, like, solely develop the product. You can't just be like, they just came to card. We got all this. You can't just you can't throw nobody the whole book, expect them to just get everything in that one moment, because you're going to be a fan of what you're a fan of first. Then once you slow down and really get used to watching it and scheduling, because they had a problem with the TV scheduling on games. Like, like I think it was one time, it was like the Fever played and the Chicago Sky. We couldn't find where the game was on that. That was ridiculous.
Horrible.
So, and then also with the other side, new fan bases, is like, it's okay to look at other teams and other players too. Don't just be like, if it ain't K Clark, I ain't watching. Like, you got to give other things a chance too. And also, everything ain't bad. Like, everybody ain't out for King Clark. Like, don't start that LeBron thing with Ken Clark, like everything hating. It's not the case. It's not the case all the time. Like, Jordan got beat up when he was coming up. Bird, Magic went through it. LeBron went through it. I think maybe Kobe didn't, because they protected Kobe from the jump. So Kobe wasn't really – he probably got like that one situation too, got checked. But like, when they was them young players growing up, like, and they know you the star, and you're gonna get all the criticism. They're gonna give you all the credit too. It just comes with it. So I just want the WNBA and the new fan base to just kind of meet in the middle. Everybody ain't gonna be happy, but it's sports. Everybody don't supposed to be happy. But you got to take advantage of the viewerships and new fan bases. You got to learn everything.
They got to learn. That's what it is.
It just takes time. But speaking of history talk, and let's open the new fan bases up to the door. Let's have a conversation like we do the NBA. And also, WNBA people, y'all got to stop getting mad at how people talk about the sport. That's how people talk about basketball in the NBA too. The hot takes, saying things like that is gonna come with it. So let's start early. Who is the GOAT of the WNBA? WNBA only. WNBA. I know we're gonna get hot. We're gonna have a controversial conversation, because who my GOAT is, we go. It's probably be hot in here. We got, like you was talking about, one, Asia Wilson. You said she might be up and coming.
Yeah.
WNBA only, because if we talk about basketball, we can all see and agree it's Cheryl Miller. No debate on that, right? It's Cheryl, right?
Yeah, no debate on that.
Okay. So, Maria, since you're the guest, who you got today? If you should say today, who is the GOAT of the WNBA all time? Who you got?
Right now, I still got Cynthia Cooper. She's the GOAT. I mean, like, her resume is insane. She got drafted. She was signed to a team in her late 30s. Wasn't expected to do too much, because she had been like out of playing basketball, if I'm not mistaken, for a couple years. But she did play overseas, and she played in college. And unfortunately, the WNBA wasn't like there for her to go like right out of college and into the pro leagues. Her first 5 years, like the only 5, she only played 5 years. And out of 5 years, she won 4 times.
Four,
yeah. That's times. She got 4, got up out of them. Right. Then pick 5 pieces to go.
But she ended up being the best player on the Houston Comets, which, like I said, wasn't expected. I think Tina Thompson who was the number 1 overall pick as soon as the WNBA opened up, was expected to be the best. But like I said, Cynthia Cooper was like, nope, this is me. It's my title. I'm here to shine. And I still have yet to see anybody win like she did and kill like she did. No, I'm sorry. Win like she did and be a dog like she was the early years of the WNBA.
Yeah.
So I'm going Cynthia Cooper.
Cynthia Cooper. Okay. Sean, what about you? She's just the Bill Russell, you know what I'm saying? She ain't the Jordan, though. We know who the Jordan is. I'm telling you. But Sean, go ahead. Who you got as the GOAT of the WNBA?
So I have all love and respect for Cynthia Cooper. But I think it's actually her teammate, Cheryl Swoops. Okay. Was like that. And yeah, she was like that. But I think it's, to me, and they're in the unique situation where, nothing against the ladies in the league, the other ladies in the league, when Cheryl Swoops came back, especially, after she, had her baby and came back that next year, she showed why she was like that for years. So they actually probably were the team that was fortunate to have the two best players in the league at the same time. And I don't want to say Jordan and Pippen because much respect to Pippen, but they were kind of the Jordan Pippen of the WNBA in terms of their dominance.
Magic and Kareem. You get a Magic and Kareem.
You give Magic and Kareem, but I mean, you're talking like old, Magic in like 87, like that. They were they were peak, like right then and there.
They was.
And two-way, I mean, defensively, Cheryl Swoops was a dog, like absolute dog. And I hate that, because again, she missed the start of the WNBA because she was pregnant and obviously had a baby. But she came back and was like, let me remind y'all, who I am. And so for me, it's Cheryl Swoops. But the caveat is, I think had this person kept playing and not stopped her career to do what she did, it would be unquestionably Maya Moore, because Maya Moore was unstoppable.
That's my number 2.
Yeah, Maya Moore was unstoppable. Yeah, but because she stopped her career at its height to do what she did, Maya Moore was
I still think Maya Moore can still play today a little bit. All right, she ain't gonna be as cold as she was, but I still think she can play today. Salute Tiffany says Cynthia Cooper is her GOAT for her. That's a good pick too. Y'all all had great picks. But I'm 1,000% disagree. I'm sorry.
I know, we know where you're going with SB. You ain't got to do
that.
Who it's Candace Parker. No debate. What are you talking about? Candace Parker. She came in the league and won an MVP her first year. Like, what else? She dominated from day one.
She did.
Day one. And look, this is what I'm saying about Candace Parker. Like, Candace Parker got everything that she did. As a player, she does everything. Came in the league, can't nobody say day one. What was expecting her to do did more than what they expected her to do in the league. Because everybody talked about the learning curve, and everybody said everybody had a learning curve beside Candace Parker. Candace Parker came right in, was a dog. She top 10 in every statistical category and played less games than everybody in that category. She did in the top 10 in every statistical category and did it in less games. By far is Candace Parker. Salute FYF. He said, and see when they still finally snapped up W. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, bro. He he wilded out, bro. But
one thing I gotta say about Candace Parker, regardless, Candace Parker gonna be the baddest one in her relationship. Don't matter who she with, she gonna be the baddest one. So
Kickstyle said it's definitely Parker. Definitely. It's no debate. She done joined. Or you want to get she joined.
I see. Cause I compare Cynthia to, I understand like Cynthia, she was in the foundation, like the founding foundation of like the WNBA being made. So like I can understand the Bill Russell and stuff comparison. But I see Cynthia as the MJ, and then I see Candace as like the LeBron, because Candace is technically, she's the greatest player that I got to witness play in the WNBA. Obviously, of course, besides Maya Moore. Yeah, besides Maya Moore.
Yeah, Maya Moore would have kept playing. No, by far, Maya Moore would have been my go. I'm not debating on it. Candace Parker not to go. Maybe the will to stop it. We not doing that. We ain't doing it, bro. She won an MVP her first year. We ain't doing that. She better than nobody.
That's crazy.
Lamar, who your goat is, Lamar? Who your goat to the WNBA, Lamar? I need to know this. It's by far Candace Parker. You can't. She dominated from day one. She affected the game in every which way. She top 10 in every like statistical category, and she did it in less games than everybody else. She played both sides of the ball. Like her dominance showed. I'm just sorry. That's why I'm gonna give it, because her dominance did it.
One thing I think too is obviously as we get further in the WNBA, we're not gonna have a universal WNBA GOAT. I think it's gonna be GOAT by era.
Yeah.
Because we get further. Yeah. So
I ain't gonna lie though, Jordan, the real Jordan on the way. I'm trying to tell you right now. She gonna be there in a couple years. Her name Juju. She right in California. She gonna be. Man, I'm trying to tell you. He said I got Maya Moore over Candace. Cynthia Cooper is the best player I saw in W. I'm not mad at that though. Most dominant individual and team wise. I'm not mad at that. I'm taking. I'm still taking Candace Parker. And she came home and won 1 too. That's all I'm saying. Ain't nobody. The Chicago Sky wasn't even supposed to win. Blue Ball said he got Cynthia Cooper
True.
over Cheryl Swoops, then Maya Moore. Yeah,
Can I ask a follow-up, just SB, because I know we're talking about GOATs. Who is your underrated player in the WNBA? Like the person you thought probably should have got more love or just due that probably didn't get it?
All time?
Yeah.
Mario, you go first. Who you got? Who you think got underrated and getting no love?
That's a good question. I have a player in mind, but I feel like she do get her justice though.
Yeah, who you got?
I was gonna say Sylvia Fowles, but I feel like she get her justice. Do y'all think she get her?
Yeah, I think she do though.
I think you know, it's your opinion. Yeah, it's your opinion. Yeah, it's your take. Yeah.
I'm like I said.
G said Juju is a LeBron and MJ mashup. Yeah,
LeBron.
I'm trying to tell you, hey, that girl, the truth, her freshman year, she ain't even nowhere near her potential yet. It looks scary. What about you, Sean? Who you got? Because I'm trying to think. Everybody I'm thinking of kind of got credit that I'm thinking of.
Mine's a little bit of a throwback. I always like Tisha Pinachero.
She was nice too.
Yeah, she was like Steve Nash to me. Like just the way she could control the game, handles. So Tisha Pinachero is probably the person for me.
That's a good name right there, Blue Ball. He said to make a catch. Jamaican catch. She was nice.
Yeah, she was like that too. She was like that too.
Angel Wish right now is there over Angel Reese and CC. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's who. Oh, Sue Bird, yeah, Sue Bird too. I like Sue.
Okay,
but I think Miss Wilson is on the verge of being that GOAT because if she pulled this off, and I was just me and Mario was talking before the show. I'm looking at really how that team, the Vegas Aces, set up. They gonna win this year, unless bar injuries. What's stopping them from winning next year? I don't see nobody beating them. I really don't. They might pull off 4 in a row. If she pull off 4 in a row, she got to be in that conversation. Is she in that conversation yet?
Some people have already put her there. I think she might. If I go rearrange my top 10, I feel like she would be in there. She would have to because I feel like because this season, with what she's doing like right now, she could win MVP. I think she's the best defender of the league, so I don't put a depoy past her. Finals MVP if she win the championship, and I think that's who I got winning the championship. So if she managed to accomplish all of that, which is not something that's impossible for her, it's possible for her. She might be like up there. She might be like top 3.
I'm about to do a WNBA top 10. I never really used to go past 5. What you think, Sean? You think Angel Wilson is in that conversation? Top 10 yet?
I mean, you know my thing, SB. She's still writing her resume. But what she's doing right now, I mean, it's amazing. And yeah. So, but she's still writing her resume. So we'll see. But yeah, she is obviously like that.
Yeah. But we gonna go to the other side of the basketball court, the men's side. But what I want you guys to do, make sure you guys like, make sure you guys share, make sure you guys subscribe. But leave a comment below. Who is your WNBA GOAT all time? The only person on the panel today got it right was me because it's Candace Parker, of course, like no debate. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah, So yeah, just comment under the video. Candace Parker is the GOAT. That's all we gotta do. You know what I'm saying. But like on the men's side is NBA Finals. Celtics take a 2-0 lead over the Dallas Mavericks with a 105-98 score. Mario, what was your reaction to the game 2 of the finals? And please don't tell me you're gonna overreact like everybody else saying the series over. Do you think the series over?
No, I am not stressed. I'm pulling for Dallas to win the championship. The last 2 games, I'm a Kyrie fan too, so like a little bit of bias all up in this mix. Game 2, I did expect Dallas to come out with the dub. Unfortunately, we did not. Unfortunately,
you a Grizzly fan.
I'm a Memphis fan. Kyrie is like my favorite player.
Oh, yeah. Let me double clip this. So I got this evidence on you. When Ja come back, you gonna be Ja this. No. You said we.
You're right. Okay, you're right. Dallas. They. I was upset with how they played offensively. I don't think the role players are just. I don't know what it is. The role players just not making shots, and it could be due to the fact that they are on the road Kyrie's production has not been on par whatsoever. I expected way more out of Kyrie. Boston is doing what I expected. They're the better team. They're the better offensive and defensive team. The team is so talented that you don't even need to start players to have a 30-point, not a 25, even 30-point game for them to win. Drew Holiday was the leading scorer, if I'm not mistaken, for last game 2. So it's like, I mean, it's what it is. Not overreacting though.
It sounds like you heard. Yeah, Sean, what about you? What you think?
Are you asking me if the series is over?
Yeah, the series over. What you think? Game 2 reaction.
So I mean, obviously, Boston took care of business. They handled business at home as they were supposed to do. And now they got to go out on the road, and we'll see what Dallas does. I will say a couple things. Watching both games in the series, I feel like Dallas has to get some more ball movement. I think they had 316 passes in game 1. I think 323 in game 2 for the entire game. So can they get into some actions earlier in the shot clock? Because I think Boston defensively, has had them a little overwhelmed. And also, Boston's balance. Boston has 5 guys averaging 15 points a game in this series through the first 2 games. Last team to do that was the '87 Lakers, who beat the Celtics that year. So, can they figure out a way to kind of, make Boston a little more imbalanced? Certainly, Porzingis, we'll see what his status is for game 3. He said he's going to play, but we'll see what his status is for game 3. And then, Dallas, they're not getting any bench production either. Not in game 2, they only had 9 points from their bench. That's not enough.
Not against Boston.
So, and again, they played 5 guys off their bench in game 2. So, will they mix it up? Will, J Kidd, try more? Will he, knock the cobwebs off Tim Hardaway Jr.? I know Mavericks fans don't want to hear that. But
you need to play him. You need to play. You need some production. You need somebody. You need a spark.
We'll see. And then also, Kyrie has not shot the ball well. We all know he hasn't shot the ball well. So, can he find a little bit of his mojo going back to Dallas and try to even this thing up the next 2 nights, but we'll see.
For me, watching the series, it's just what I got from the first 2 games. Just Boston defense is just crazy. They'll be able to switch with them. They pretty much switch it 1 through 5, and everybody, especially they 4 main guys. And I think they're doing a great job by taking away the others. Say, Luka, you know what? Do your thing. We're going to still make it tough for you to score, but you're going to have to drop 50 to beat us. And that's what's getting to a point because Kyrie Irving has not looked the same. But everybody thinking like, oh, man, why Kyrie? It's the defense. Drew Holiday, Derek White, they got different bodies. They throw Tatum at one time. Jaylen Brown has been crazy on the defensive side of the ball this series. Then you also look at why the other guys are not scoring because they're not getting them good. Boston not letting them get up good shots. So because like I could say like the first game, I could probably be like they were just missing shots. The second game, it was a defensive masterclass by that team. They're just a very great team. When you have a very great team from top to bottom, like you said, you got 5 guys. Well, it was like 4 or 5 guys average 15 points. That's a 15 plus points. That's a great team effort. And Boston is the best team in the league and was the best team in the league for a reason. Dallas and Jason Kidd, he's going to have to find a way to get Kyrie for this series to change. You got to find a way to get Kyrie Irving active. You got to find a way to get him easier shots. You got to make it easier for him. And then if it got to be a point that Luka got to go off to do what you got to do, then you just got to let Luka loose. And Luka got to drop 50 because if the role players don't come to play or Luka don't go off, it could be bad. This series could end in 4 or 5 games. But I still don't think the series is over. I just think Boston is a very good team from top to bottom, and they're showing it. But I still think Mavericks still got a chance to go either way. Tiffany said Boston Celtics are undefeated on the road this entire playoff, so I don't think they can't go to Dallas and win. Oh, no, they could definitely go to Dallas and win both anyone regardless. Because their team is so great to the point where Jason Kidd, I wouldn't know what y'all reaction was Jason Kidd saying this, because I think it was a little bit of man games, but obviously, Jason Tatum is my favorite player. I just hate that he played for the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum has been always anointed as the Boston Celtics best player, but we cannot deny that Jaylen Brown has been outstandingly playing better than him. And now it could be because Jason Tatum is shooting bad, or also when you're the best player on the team, you see different coverages than the side player would see. And then also Jaylen Brown is playing great on both sides of the ball, elite on both sides of the ball during this playoff run. So Jason Kidd called Jaylen Brown the best player, trying to start a little controversy. Drew Holiday kind of fell in that trap by saying, yeah, he is, but Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum has shown and did a good job at saying like they don't care about, they want about winning. But Mario, what was your reaction to Jason Kidd calling Jaylen Brown the best player on the Celtics? And at this moment, is he the best player on the
Celtics? Yes, he is the best player on the Celtics right now. He's been more consistent offensively and defensively, and like with obviously scoring. I think I laughed when I first saw the clip because I like to troll myself. And I like to kind of throw slaps, throw insults at Tatum every now and then. But I still do. But right now for this series, Jaylen Brown.
No Tatum slander today. Ain't no Tatum slander on this channel. We ain't doing that. JT pop back.
But I do think that in general, Tatum is still the best player on this team. One thing, like he's been struggling scoring wise, if I'm not mistaken, the past two games, but due to how Jason Tatum plays, he's been able to make up for it in other ways on the court and still be impactful, which is important. I definitely do think it was my game to throw the players off too, because I know like a lot of the media, I know Shaq did tell Jaylen Brown that like don't get caught up in the titles and everything like that. And these are like two players who, they kind of had, it was a little something going on when Kyrie was there with like they want to be the leaders of the team and stuff, but that was a long time ago. I don't think that this is still a problem going on in the locker room because they've been able to mesh and play well together. But yes, I think Jason.
I don't think it's gonna be a problem until they win a couple or they win this one, and Jaylen Brown or King Style said, yeah, Tatum get double Brown as a suit. Or the funny thing is, Drew Holiday was a player of the game because also I think right now Drew could get Finals MVP, but I think they're gonna give it to Jaylen Brown because he's more of a star. But I think that's when they probably start coming in. Like they go win. Say they win this one, Jaylen Brown get Finals MVP. Now we got to start putting Jaylen Brown and maybe in the top 10 player in the league conversation. They're gonna try to drop Tatum, and then they go do Tatum like how they did Curry. Like, oh, you ain't got no Finals MVP. The great player things like that.
Yeah.
But, Sean, what was your reaction to that though? He said Dallas Mavericks players a self check is crazy.
Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics from Atlanta. So,
okay. I caught it. They went over my head for a second, like Jaylen Brown when Shaq was talking. It went over my head for a second, but I caught it. Hold on. Say it again one time. Say it again one more time.
Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics from Atlanta.
Okay.
It doesn't matter who the best player is on the team. At the end of the day, none of that stuff matters. That's for media and all this stuff. Those guys in that locker room are focused on one thing and one thing only. That's getting 2 more wins in this series and winning a championship. Yeah. Best player, second, doesn't matter. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown know they are better with each other on the floor. Take you back to 2021 when Jaylen Brown was out. What happened to the Celtics in the playoffs?
We got ugly.
Got out of there quick. So their value, they understand their value to each other. And I don't think either of their egos, honestly, really matters. Yeah. And that's how you build a winning team and a winning culture when your 2 best players, regardless of where you got them ranked, all they care about is trying to win. And that's what they're showing. They just want to win. So who's the better player? It don't freaking matter. Just go out, take care of business, and, let the media say what they want to say. But at the end of the day, 2 more games, you're calling yourself a champ. So that's all that matters.
And I think they more locked in on this one because they lost that one before then. So I don't think none can distract them. Hey, True, you got to chill. That's that Celtics fan stuff right here. The Jays are Celtics. The Jays are Celtics lifers. Hey, yo. You said Tatum and Brown are really good friends. I believe they is, but you know, when that narrative called, you know, Tatum is light skinned. You know, when Jaylen Brown win this Finals MVP, if they win, and Stephen A. Smith going first take yapping, talking about Jason Tatum can't be in none of the great conversation because he lost a Finals MVP, and they bring out they doing like how they do Steph Curry. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. But on to the next one. How can the quick y'all gotta go too crazy on it if y'all want to, if y'all want to go there. But how can the Mavs, obviously, Mario, you are a Dallas Grizzly fan. I mean Mavericks, Grizzly fan. How can your Mavericks, the Mavericks, bounce back?
Just they gotta click offensively. They gotta get something going offensively. They need some type of spark, whether they start putting, like y'all said earlier, Tim Hardaway out there. I'm not a fan of him because he has been, oh my gosh, atrocious. But you know, we just need, at this point, we just need anybody that can lay it up or something. We just need a spark on the offensive end, and I think
yes, she's a Grizzly. She's a Grizzly.
Yeah, I'm a Grizzly fan. It's hard to completely shut down the Celtics. So I just think that we just need to keep giving the effort on defense, obviously, but pick up when the Celtics make a mistake, we need to obviously score from the mistake that the Celtics made and stuff like that, obvious stuff. But Kyrie just need to wake up, and the role players got to wake up offensively. That's really it for me.
Sean, what do you think the Dallas Mavericks can do to bounce back in Game 3?
A couple things, SB. First, you got to minimize the self-inflicted stuff, right? You don't have a great margin for error against the Celtics when the Celtics are playing good basketball. So you got to limit the live ball turnovers. You can't shoot 16 from 24 from the free throw line, because in a close game, those 8 missed free throws come back to bite you. And you have to win the 50-50 game. I thought in the first half last night, they were actually matching the Celtics in terms of the 50-50 game. In the second half, I thought the Celtics won that battle as well. So it's, when you get to this level, there's not a lot of crazy adjustments and things you're going to make. You're going to look at, from a coaching perspective, the little things that win and lose games. And, the second chance opportunities, losing the 50-50 game, missing the free throws, the live ball turnovers. I think Luka had 8 turnovers last night. I know 3 or 4 of them were really bad. They were very casual, and it's not, and again, Luka's playing as great at basketball as he can, but if there's one nitpick against him in this series, it's that. So, you don't have a lot of room, for error. You don't have a lot of margin for error. So, decrease your margin for error, play a little cleaner basketball, and give yourself a chance, later in the game to win. Because again, I think if it's a close game late, I will never count Luka and Kyrie out in a close game late. But you got to keep the game within striking distance to give yourself a chance, I believe.
I 100% agree with that, what both of y'all are saying. Because I also, if it's a close game, I'm taking the Dallas every time. Because what Celtics done so far is keep the game at not even close. Keep the game out of range. Because if it's a close game, I'm taking Dallas. Celtics ain't gonna close. So they're doing a good job with that. For me, what Dallas got to do, I think you got to do what Joe Monster. I'm gonna have to start calling him his name, but Mozzarella Sticks. He 2 more games away from not being Mozzarella Sticks. Jason Kidd got to get Kyrie Irving going early. Try to get Kyrie Irving easy shots early, same way Mozzarella Sticks do with Porzingis. Get Kyrie going early. You need Kyrie going, because with Kyrie going, it makes the game easier for the role players. It makes the game easier for Luka. So find a way to get Kyrie Irving going early. Give him a quick layup. Give him a quick bucket. And then also, you might have to, I know, Mario, you don't want to deal with Tim Hardaway, but sometimes you might need that unsung hero. This is the playoffs. That one guy that ain't played, that vet who ready to play, that shooter. Hey, PJ Washington, them ain't hit no jumpers that consist. Ain't nobody else hit no threes. Hey, bring Tim out there. Tim will knock it down. You can question anything else about Tim Hardaway Jr., but he can shoot that ball when he needs to. So I think sometimes that you might just need to bring that one vet in.
And last thing, SB, too, from the Mavericks perspective, try to get into your actions a little bit earlier in the shot clock. Again, can you use the advanced pass to give yourself a little more time to get into your actions in the half court, particularly because, again, Derek White, Drew, Jaylen Brown, they are playing very physically, defensively. In some cases they're picking up guys, 3/4 court or a half court. Like, they are being very aggressive. So use the advanced pass to try to get into your actions a little bit earlier if you're Dallas, and see what it does for you. See if it opens up your offense a little bit.
I agree with that.
We got to be better with fast breaks, because I don't feel like them.
We
Dallas.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead. Mark 1-2 4K.
Grizzlies Nation is hearing this, and
Grizzly Nation is down. Down goes Grizzly Nation.
Yeah,
because I got a segment. I got a segment for later, so I'm gonna see if all this Grizzly love gonna still be the same, because he just want Boston to lose. Yeah, he said, I don't understand what the game plan kid running. I think he got a solid game plan. Just the Boston Celtics defense is just that good, brother.
Yeah.
But on to the next one. UConn. Go Huskies. Coach Dan Hurley turned down a $70 million Laker head coaching contract to go back to UConn for the three-peat. Mario, what was your reaction to this? I know Lakers fans are sick. First of all, I don't know how they sick. They was complaining about it. Then he rejected the job. Now they acting sick because they was not happy. Laker fans be so false flag and so fool. They was like, "Oh, Dan, we don't want no Dan Harley." As soon as he rejected the job, now they hurt. Like, we can't do nothing. I'm like, all right, y'all wilding. But what was your reaction to Dan Harley turning down the job from the Lakers?
I'm glad that he did. I don't think he should have took on being the Lakers head coach. It's just that Lakers organization is just something else. They would have one horrible season, probably would have ruined him, man, like coaching resume, to be honest. I don't know much about his resume outside of UConn, to be honest. But from what I know so far, he's a heck of a college coach. I know UConn done won 2 years in a row. And I heard he looking for the third one, which is not out of the realms of possibility, because UConn is still a dominant force in college basketball. But I'm glad that he turned it down. People were saying that he used the Lakers as leverage to try to get more money out of UConn.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Smart thing to do. I think he did end up getting more money than what they initially gave him. I think. I'm not sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm glad that he turned it down. That's really it. I'm not a Lakers fan. I hate the Lakers. And go ahead and get JJ Redick to just be the coach due to his connections with LeBron James.
I'll just make LeBron the coach at this point. Go ahead, LeBron. You can go ahead and coach. Let's see what you think. Lamar, you called cap on what right in the chat. True said the Lakers are cook. Of course you're gonna say that. He said the real question, can they score? Role scored out live three. That is a good question. But Sean, what was your reaction to this? And then also, Mario, to do the Harley family is basketball-wise, they royalty. Yeah, look at their whole family. They got basketball blood, basketball running their blood. But go ahead, Sean. What's your reaction to Harley turning down this Laker job? Did he make a mistake?
No, I mean, listen, I think a lot of times when people look at a guy taking a job or turning a job down, they look at it from the team's perspective. But there's another component here, and the component is there's a family perspective. And his wife is very much a big part of, that decision, I'm sure. And SB, this, in a committed relationship with family, your decisions about your career don't just affect you. It affects, your family. So I'm sure that factored in as well. Certainly, one thing about it is he's a program builder. Wherever he's been, he's built a program. There might have been a little struggles early, but he over time builds a program. He's built a program at UConn, which again was a storied program before he got there, but he built a program. He's built a program, and he decided not to leave that. From the Lakers' perspective, you go back to the drawing board and you try to, find, your next head coach. I think there's, still some quality candidates out there, potentially. But, I'll be real, if the Lakers, you that candidate, and they don't throw you $70 million, are you interested in the job too? So that's the other part. So I think I'm not going to say the Lakers are cooked. It's the Lakers. The Lakers are going to be okay. They will have a head coach. They will not go in the next season without a head coach. It's just a matter of who. And they got other things they got to, figure out too. They got somebody they got to try to re-sign. They got to figure out D'Angelo Russell's situation. They got to figure out, their draft situation, what to do with their picks. So they got a lot of work to do, and they want to have a coach in place before the draft, which is in a couple weeks. We'll see if they do it. And, so we'll see. They just got to go back to the drawing board. But they are competing with Cleveland. That Cleveland job is open.
And job look nice.
Yeah, that Cleveland job looks nice too. Outside of Dan Gilbert, looks nice. So, if they're able to get, the guy that they may want before Cleveland wraps up their coaching search.
For me, I'm 100% happy. Not even to hate on Lakers that he made his decision to go back to UConn, because I want 3P. I'm a fan of UConn. Everybody know I love UConn and Michigan State. I'm fans of those schools, so I'm happy they actually went back to UConn to go for the 3P. That's that's rare. You know what I'm saying? It's rare. So let's try to do it. Let's try to get a job done. And then I was like, why would he leave a good situation in UConn for the Lakers? The Lakers is not even a good situation basketball wise. Organization wise, they ran terrible. They recently, because it's still Lakers. Lakers are a historic franchise, but recently they have not been ran right. It been seemed like it's more of a showcase. Their roster is terrible. They got money problems. The guy who's putting the roster together is bad. Then you got to worry about being there with LeBron. Can you really come in there and control the establishment and build the team how you want to build the team? Then, like you said, even with every program he went to, it takes some time. But once he get it right. The Lakers don't have no patience. He really would be. If he would have the Lakers in 2 years, he'd have been gone. If that's the last 3 years of that contract, he'd have been sitting there chilling on the beach playing golf. But I'm happy for this decision. But my next question. Go ahead, Sean.
No, I was going to say, just real quick, SB, just to run it down. Since 2011, Lakers head coaches Mike Brown, Bernie Bickerstaff, Mike D'Antoni, Byron Scott, Luke Walton, Frank Vogel, and Darvin Ham. 7 coaches since Phil Jackson retired. Again, that's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good.
They still got stuff of them coaches on the payroll. At least like two or three of them still on the payroll.
Well, one of them definitely, and Darvin Ham, but
and Frank Vogel maybe.
Well, Vogel, once he got his money in Phoenix, he's so yeah. So point is that at the end of the day, they need stability at that position, and they've not done well since Phil Jackson. And Phil Jackson been gone for a long time. So you need stability. They need to get some stability.
Yeah, the Lakers ain't gonna do that. No, but now, quick question, because what is the next move for the Lakers? So if I had to ask y'all real quick, Mario, Sean, who will the next head coach of the Lakers will be? Mario?
If it could be LeBron, I would say LeBron. But I think it might be JJ Redick.
JJ Redick, okay. Sean?
Go JJ.
I'm gonna say James Borrega, but let me throw another name out there as a stealth name, I'll call it. Jay Wright, former head coach of Villanova. He retired from coaching. He does work for CBS now as an analyst. Jay Wright is a hell of a coach. Yes. So if you can somehow talk Jay Wright into coming back, I would. If I'm the Lakers, I would be trying to talk Jay Wright into coaching. And he kind of fits, where they are in terms of they want someone who can come in and develop. When he was at Villanova, he didn't recruit the 5 and 4 star blue chippers. He recruited the Jalen Brunsons and the Josh Harts and the DiVincenzo's, and the Kyle Lowrys of the guys that were kind of unheralded. He understands how to get the best out of talent and develop it. So if that's the route that the Lakers were trying to go, I would be trying to talk to Jay Wright.
Oh, for me, the next head coach is LeBron James. So look, I said you got to tell it's LeBron. Might as well put him in the seat, bro. I'm tired of this coach carousel. Everybody end up making you happy. You complain about it, coach the team. I mean, because if JJ Redick get hired, who really the coach of the team? Anybody gonna get JJ? It's LeBron. Go make him be the player coach. Make him as an assistant. But you get JJ, you got to be on the coaching staff to me. I would. You said Darvingham just rehired as a Milwaukee turned down assistant offer from Sacramento, San Antonio. Shout out to him getting the job back real quick. I don't blame him going back to where I was at. Like, okay, I went there, tried. I'm gonna go back where I'm comfortable with. Where I'm going.
Right.
So obviously, Maria is the super Grizzly fan here.
I am
super Grizzly fan. So your boy Ja has been out, and a lot of stars have been merging and taking over the place. So do you think, first question before I get to the segment with you, do you think Ja can come back and reestablish that superstardom and be back in that top 10 player conversation? Because respectfully, he's been out, so he can't be a top 10 player. Respect it. I love Ja, but he's not a top 10 player right now. But can Ja come back and reestablish himself in that top 10 player conversation?
Oh, definitely. We saw a glimpse of it last season. I know that he was previously out 25 games for suspension, and then he got hurt. But the simple fact that he came back after, being out, that obviously not playing that summer, being away from the team too, that summer and stuff like that. For him to come back and do what he did, I think still they gave me a glimpse of hope. That he got this, and I think he'll be well rested, and he'll come back even better than before.
What about you, Sean? Do you think Ja can come back and be a top 10 player again? Ja gonna be Ja?
I think Ja. The big thing with Ja is just come back and be healthy first and foremost.
Yeah.
Where your status is, come back, be healthy, get ready to be the franchise player again, lead, and So I think that's the big thing for him. Where he's going to rank in the NBA, again, doesn't really matter at this point. Just get back on the court and show them why. As Queen Ramonda would say, show them who you are.
True, yeah, and keep your handle in your pants, brother. Keep that in your pants. No more cameras. I want to see him. I don't want to see nothing on social media with Ja. He got a basketball in his hand. But I said, Smart, you out of Super Ja. So let's go into it. Would you rather Ja Morant edition? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Wait, first of all, Lamont, let's not do that. Let's not do that in the comment section.
What Lamont said? Grizzly need
said,
to relocate. Oh!
Let's not.
That's crazy. He must got some bad Memphis ribs. Something happened to Lamont in Memphis. Lamont don't like Memphis. He said it's a waste of a city. Sheesh.
Crazy.
Lamont, we're gonna have to talk to you, man, about what happened when you went to Memphis, Tennessee, man. You ran one of them Project Pats, one of them key glocks out there. But Lamont got ran out of Indianapolis. It's crazy work. But all right, would you rather Ja Morant edition? You ready?
Yeah.
Would you rather Ja Morant or Kyrie Irving? I'm gonna give you the hard one first. Would you rather Ja Morant or Kyrie Irving?
These are two favorites. I'm gonna go. Man.
No threesomes.
I'm gonna go Ja Morant. Simply due to the fact, I think he's a better playmaker than Kyrie. They layup package about the same. Kyrie is a better shooter, but the fact that Ja Morant has quote unquote done more as a number one option as the best player on the team, I'm gonna edge it to Ja over Kyrie.
Lamont, you wild in the comments. He's so stupid. Would you rather Ja Morant or SGA?
Oh my God. Okay.
Let's see if the fandom or the basketball honesty gonna show right now. Let's see.
Man, we go about the past 2 seasons. SGA has been playing better.
I mean, you could do it from whatever perspective you want to take it from. You could be for the whole career, however you want. I just said, would
Ja Morant then? I'm going Ja. Career wise, he been better than ever since Ja Morant that got drafted to the Memphis Grizzlies. He's been better than SGA. Every year has been a steady increase for the Memphis Grizzlies, the organization itself. Ja himself has gotten better almost every year as well. So I'm definitely going Ja Morant over SGA.
The guy who took his place as the face of the league for the Americans. Would you rather Ja or Anthony Edwards?
John Morant.
That's crazy work.
John Morant. John Morant. Look, the moment that we have given, this year, Anthony Edwards shined in the playoffs. Congratulations. John Morant shined in the playoffs against the Golden State Warriors like 2 years ago. So an average, I want to say he averaged 38 against the Golden State Warriors. So I'm going John Morant.
That's crazy. Okay. Would you rather John Morant or Jaylen Brown? Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Yeah, I mean, this one right now.
Jaylen Brown. I go Jaylen Brown right now. Definitely. Well, how he playing in the finals too. So.
Oh, yeah. I thought you was gonna still say Ja. Okay. 2 more. We're gonna do. We gonna do some legacy players.
Legacy.
Would you rather? This is like who'd you rather have on your team? Are you running prime Steph Curry or Ja Morant?
I'll give it to prime Steph. Okay. I'll be dumb to say Ja with that one. Okay. So I would go prime Steph.
Okay. Last one. This is more, for me. The dude who they said he was kind of like the model of what they seen in representation of. Would you rather Ja Morant or prime Derrick Rose?
Ja Morant.
Oh, that's crazy.
Ja Morant is statistically
all right, Sean, I'm out, man. Hold the show down, man. Hold the show down, man. It's over. Show over. Show over. Get out of here. MVP.
Yeah, you're right, but I mean,
come on now. We
best year is statistically better than Rose MVP year.
I mean, but everybody's stats wasn't the same. Everybody would put Derrick Rose was 2 points away from leading the league in scoring. So it was different because KD led the league at 27. Derrick Rose had 25. Everybody ain't averaged. I don't know what y'all got going on in this league today. Everybody ain't putting up 35 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a triple double. But yeah,
that's true.
Actually, I got because you did say you were Dallas Maverick fan. So would you rather Ja Morant or Luka Doncic? Last one. Since you're a fan of both teams.
I would go Luka.
Okay. Yeah. He said he messed with Luka. Yeah. But appreciate you coming on the show, Mario. I appreciate you taking out the time to rock with your boys. Can you let everybody know your social medias, where to find you at, where you do the content at? Also, we know we be on FYF. You do the crossover too. But if anybody looking for where they can find you at?
My Twitter is Maria W knows best. Or X, whatever y'all still call it. My YouTube is Maria Knows Best, like spaces in between Maria space knows space best, whatever. TikTok, Maria Knows Best on there as well. I go live on my channel every Sunday at 5 Central Time. Crossover. You also find me on FYF Sports Debate YouTube channel. I am one of the hosts on the Crossover, and we go live every Saturday at my time 4:15 Central Time. So yeah, those are the places y'all can check me out. I enjoyed being here and talking.
We appreciate you having you on. We appreciate having you on. And then when it get close to the finals and the playoffs of the WNBA, we're gonna need you to come back on again.
I'll be here.
Appreciate you coming on. I appreciate Mario. Yeah. I almost called you. I called you earlier, Mario. I appreciate you coming on though.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you. Look forward to having you back.
Definitely look forward to having you back. Appreciate you, Mario. Thank you. Shout out Mario, man. Mario bringing the good content. Salute every time. We got one more story, Sean, before we head up out of here. One more story. Real quick. Because I would have asked Mario, but she's not on the football side. But Steelers give Mike Tomlin an extension to 2027. What's your reaction to it?
Not surprising. They're the anti-Lakers. So they've had 3 head coaches in 50 years. This is what they do. So, we're coming up on 55 years, 3 coaches in 55 years. So this is what they do. So not surprising. He was expecting an extension. We know he's one of the best coaches in the NFL, head coaches in the NFL. So, and he wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. So not surprised at all. And, it only makes sense. Man hasn't had a losing season, in his career. So, made sense to get him locked up. So yeah.
Lamar, what is tampering? Lamar said this is tampering. What's tampering? He already signed the extension. And so I didn't expect. He's like one of those coaches where I can't see him getting fired. Like no matter what goes on with the Steelers, he has to walk away. Or they won't announce that, hey, we fired Mike Tomlin. It'll be like Mike Tomlin decided to walk away because everything the abidement of the Steelers is him. And I already think like he's gonna be like how the Patriots did. He got a coach that he already working up to probably be ready to take his place when they be on to the next to keep the Steelers coach going the same way. But I was 100% not shocked about this signing at all. Well deserved. Coach earned it. The Steelers would not be the Steelers without him. He done took roster that wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't good. Still had a winning season. So it's like you gotta rock with him for that. But Sean, you already know episode 81. Who you got? I'm letting you know I'm being petty on two of these numbers because the last conversation we had. So you should already know who I'm picking. I'm being petty. I'm letting you know I'm being petty.
I mean, mine is very simple. It's the second greatest receiver in NFL history, Calvin Johnson.
Calvin, oh yeah, Megatron. Megatron was nice. Pick Randy Moss. Oh, the GOAT, the greatest wide receiver, the GOAT, Randy Moss. Moss, you gonna hear Moss' name again on the 84th episode. Randy Moss, the GOAT.
I got Moss. I got Moss in my top 5, but I don't have him
in your top 5. Oh yeah,
Moss in my top 5. Yeah,
we gonna have a debate. We gonna have a debate about this
because no. Because here's the thing. Because there's another 81 I didn't mention. I want to shout out as well because he gave us some love on one of the shorts you did on Instagram. T.O. Shout out T.O. So yeah, T.O. would be the other. But, Moss, I see when Moss is 84 to me. He's not 81, he's 84 to me. So he's the 80. He's episode 84. He's the it for 84.
You would on the Patriots, you know what I'm saying? That Patriots year was stupid. You know
it wasn't. It was only 3 years. It don't even matter. It wasn't 3 years, and they didn't win. And he put up, some insane numbers in Minnesota with Dante Culpepper.
That was
the
most ridiculous thing I've seen was what the game was talking about. He had 3 catches and 3 touchdowns, and the yards was like ridiculous. It wasn't just like Randy.
And he was a rookie when he did that. And Randall Cunningham was the quarterback, and they did that against who? The Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. So yes.
I enjoyed that more because it was on the Dallas Cowboys. It's only right there, the Cowboys. But appreciate all you guys watching, joining the show. Shout out Mario for joining the show too. Great guest. We found out that she's a secret Dallas fan. I thought she was the Grizzlies, but yeah. So we go see when Jock come back. He said that we appreciate you guys. Thanks. Make sure you guys like. Make sure you guys share. Make sure you guys subscribe. We almost close to 3K, so get us to 3K subscribers and keep us moving on up. On to the next one. This Sbtalksports here with my brother Sean Webb. And see you guys on Friday. Peace.